how can I get out from the system?
What do you mean?
If I work for 7 days, I'm working 3 days free for government. The more I worked, the harder I get hit by the tax bracket.
What do you think your net worth, if you have to look at?
Close to $3 million just in Canada. I started from not even zero, minus 35K. One day, when we just looked up our account and it's only $700. My wife, she was saying hey, we have to make the payments.
6-figure income with a newborn baby, no savings.
I was scared that day, and I don't want to be like a broke dad.
Literally 13 buildings in 2024.
Yes.
Before this, you were you owned what, 2 rentals?
Yeah, 2 rentals.
Can you give a little specific numbers?
Roughly we spent around 150K. We got appraised that building for 460K.
Which means you got extra 90,000, no tax money.
No tax money.
You already got paid to own it.
How can I do this many times in a year?
So the bulb on.
Yes. We had a deal in US. We just bought through sub 2.
What do you mean by sub 2?
I am a millionaire. Not I will be.
I am a millionaire.
I am is everything. When I had less than 10 doors, I just told them, hey, next year I will own 50 doors. Next year I got into 55 doors. I bought that building with zero money down. It's almost $1.2 million worth of deal.
Equity.
I didn't put even a single dime.
So you went from saving people's health to financial health.
I was a palliative nurse. People died in my hands. The doctor predicts that they're gonna pass in 24 hours. But the soul won't leave the body until that person comes from US. That's a grandkid. They come here and they touch there and the soul leaves the body. I started from not even zero, minus 35K. Looking back, I still pinch sometimes, and I just ask sometimes my wife, hey, it's all real, right?
What do you think your equity would be today? Net worth, if you have to look at.
As per CMHC, it's almost close to $3 million.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that literally...
That's just in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a few buildings in the US.
So, for those who don't know who is JJ, what's your background?
2014, I came here as a student nurse, did gerontology, and I was a nurse back home. I have to write 3 times to clear my nursing exams.
Here in Canada?
Here in Canada. I mean, think about that. There is only 3 tries. I started as a healthcare aide, become a nurse, and as any average immigrant, working 16 hours, 2 jobs, and met my beautiful wife, and she's also a nurse. My whole family, it's a nursing family.
Nursing family.
Yeah. So I served as a nurse almost 10 years. There is always something happens in between, right? To me, that was COVID and also my first baby. And we bought our first home. That time, we were trying to borrow that money from our parents. We were literally in debt. And there is always that big dreams, right? So you come here, you want to build something, and there is a part of financial ignorance, I can say. Get car loans, build a big house back home, and you're not living there, right? So to satisfy our ego, or maybe that small big dreams. So we did that. Now we have to pay back our student loan. Now we have to pay the insurance mortgages. So that was a lot actually. So my wife was on maternity leave and I was on paternity leave for a few months. I still remember that day. Yes, money coming in, it's just going somewhere. One day when we just looked up our account and it's only $700, almost 700 something changes. My wife was the one who was managing the money. So, and I just asked her why it's only 700. She was saying hey, we have to make the payments. So then that day I was scared, anything, because I was thinking we were making good money and we were living, everything was fine. And I never been the guy who were checking the pay stubs because my wife was managing everything. I was actually I was stuck and I was scared that day. And I really don't want to be, because now it's not just us right now. It's just my baby too, right? We have to take care of like our little one too. So for me, I don't want to be like a broke dad. I want to be a proud dad. There was a lot of like perception changes too. Like I was thinking, is this all fatherhood about, or like, is this how like, my dad was going through? So I was in a situation where I have to change something. And again, I don't want my kid to say that, hey, I mean, going back to my emotions, I was thinking like I was poor. I don't want my son to say the same. So started looking back, like, my pay stubs. Then I learned the biggest expense in Canada or like across the country, that was the tax. Now, how can I get out from the system? Now, at the end, we are a product of government.
What do you mean?
So now, people call it like, it's a matrix. If you're a salaried person, you are literally a product of government, because whatever you are making, government is getting, you're paying a tax. For example, when I look back my pay stub, I worked overtime. If I work 7 days, I'm working 3 days free for government. The more I worked, the harder I get hit by the tax bracket. People doesn't know that.
Or don't realize that.
Awareness, because subconsciously it's become a normal part in the system. So we just normalized. It's same like you don't really check like, the price of milk. What was the price of the milk like, 5 years before? Where was it right now, right? And to you, it's just, it's okay. Same like this, an average family, they're paying almost like $1 million plus in taxes
Throughout life.
throughout the life. So now you have to pay like property taxes, insurance, groceries. Even if you die, probate taxes. You're trapped in a tax system. Now, to me, like, I just want to get out from here. Like, how? I didn't ask that questions before. So there was a lot of like, questions coming to me. So now, then I realized about like, I started learning, like watching a lot of like YouTube, then trading, real estate. Real estate just like, happened to me. Now, I just came about, all the richest people in the world, they have good set of like real estate assets. And now I was thinking like, okay, I'm holding a real estate right now because I own a primary home. Now coming to rich dad, poor dad, no, if it's not generating any income, it's a liability.
When you and your wife both working full time, I'm assuming both have 6-figure income at that time.
Yeah.
So 6-figure income with a newborn baby, no savings.
No.
You built a home back home and you bought a home here.
Yes.
And there your family is living, here you're living.
Plus, you have to support your family. You have to pay your student loans.
So you're supporting your family. What does your family does? Like
I didn't born with a silver spoon. My dad, he was a rickshaw driver.
rickshaw driver.
Yes.
The physical work.
Yes, he was. We still had a good childhood, right? Subconsciously, like we were wired. That poverty is deeply carved into our subconscious, right? So now, if you want to do something, that blocks the abundance. Many people say that COVID, it was a pandemic. To me, it was a blessing actually. Because where I worked, I noticed like there is in real estate, we'll say supply versus demand. So for example, like in some floors, we have 7 nurses or 8 nurses. Now, 4 nurses are going to get sick with this COVID virus. And now there is only 3 people. Now, as per the rule, they have to hire staffs, but there is no staff, right? So they are hiring like, through nursing agencies. So to me, that was an opportunity. So I was thinking inside a corporation, I was not getting 30% of tax. I was getting only like, 12 to 12.5% of tax. And they were getting almost double the money. So I was like, oh my God, this is something good. This is something I have to do it. So now I have to convince my wife because it's a full-time job. right?
Yeah.
So I learned some basics, and then I started like a travel nursing company. And within a month itself, I just given the resignation. My wife was a bit skeptical in the beginning, and I just told them that just trust me, just trust me. I didn't have to wait for a long time. Like, in about a week, we got contract, like, through some other companies, and we started like, I was also like, worked inside my company. And then slowly I just asked my wife to get out from there and to get into the company. We were getting almost like, double the amount.
So basically, instead of working full time for one specific company,
Government, yeah.
and you open your corporation and you're doing a contract job.
There you go. Yes.
So basically, because it's a corporation, so
Yeah.
your company is getting paid, and whatever the salary you're going to take.
Yeah.
Because it's so I didn't know that it exists in even nursing, because when I was working in IT,
Yes.
in IT also, few people stuck for that full time job.
Yeah.
And the ones who understand the numbers, they go do a contract job.
Yeah.
Yes, there is no guarantee that you will have a job 6 months from now.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is you don't need a guarantee. You can work for 6 months, make the same amount as 1 year.
There you go. And my plan was actually, I know code is not going there like, for the next 1 to 2 years, even though nurses were quitting the job. They're tired about this.
So that was an opportunity for you.
Yes, I mean, somebody's headache has to
Yeah.
be an opportunity. It's all about, now that was my entrepreneur mind, right? So there was a headache, and I see an opportunity. I didn't wait. To me, like, I just go there and execute it. And I could just wait on, like, okay, I'm comfortable, like, where I am right now. And again, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Aditya. Like, it was really hard because now we don't have a fixed schedule. Plus,
New baby.
Plus, like, we also, because we were making good money, we bought another rental property.
Okay, so you already started working on rentals at this point.
At this point. And we had students, and we were also like, giving to travel nursing. Again, that's another income,
okay.
right? So that's our staff, but again, like, midterm rentals, we were actually like, giving to them. So now I was thinking about money, right? I was trying to save that money. After that 12-hour shift, I was going there, watching YouTube, and I haven't held a paintbrush in my life. I don't know like which paint to choose. Everything, like, YouTube become my university, right? I learned everything from the start, doing flooring. I mean, trade jobs, like, obviously framing, all those things, like, I would source it out. But yeah, that's how I started. And now,
so you went from employed to self-employed.
There you go.
So pretty much like and along the side, you're trying to build the rental properties.
That's the thing. And to me, my goal was, I have to make that cash flow somehow through real estate.
So the income that you needed for your living.
That's the thing, right? So
we call it a financial freedom.
Yeah.
Financial independence.
Yes, that time it was. But now it's more than that. I was actually buying my peace.
What do you mean?
I mean, I was a great nurse. I touched a lot of, like, people, saved a lot of people. I think like more than 1,000 people. Like, I was a palliative nurse. I was an addiction nurse, so I had good experience. But there will be a point in life where that was a calling, and that was my purpose for X amount of time. Now that purpose is over. Now, yes, I was helping people. Now I'm actually wearing another cap. This is what I love to do right now. So now I'm still helping my friends, my investors. Now, whatever the thing, like, I know what I'm going through, I'll tell them what not to take it. Like underwriting, I can underwrite like within maybe 2 to 3 minutes. When I just look at the deal, I know that this is a good deal or bad deal, right? So I saved people for not taking $1 million deals. They would have go bankrupt.
So you went from saving people's health to financial health.
100%. Great. Great way to put it out. And to me, what I learned like over the time is, it's all about adding value to someone else's life. It can be your money, your time, your energy, whatever different shapes and forms. So to me, that's what I'm doing right now. And whatever the assets I'm holding, it's just the byproduct of that.
So when you started, because you're making now self-employed as a corporation, you're making double your income and you're still doing rental properties and, doing yourself. What kind of challenges you really faced in the beginning? Because, everyone talks about what good things happen.
Yeah.
But very few talks about, okay, what you had to overcome, because now you have like 100 dental doors.
Yeah.
And that is like literally in one and a half year. Anything that you remember, that really you have to fight with yourself or with your wife or with your parents? Or
Fortunately, I'm good with my wife because we both were aligned, and she know what I want, right? And she know that if I want something, I will go behind it. So she's really supportive in way. And family, I think like they still don't know like what I'm doing. I mean, sometimes we don't have to share everything with them. They know that I'm happy, and somehow they know that I'm doing good. We are still coming from a culture where government jobs are good because they want. My parents have to see their son, okay, now they're nurses, they're good, versus like business, like what they're doing, real estate. It's a risky job, right? So it's, but I mean, I have a high pay, risk tolerance where my parents don't have. They always want to protect us. So it's okay to share something, and you don't have to tell like everything to everyone, right? If they know what you have, you won't be in that position.
what do you mean?
Your parents don't have your vision, your dreams. You have it. That's why you're here.
So believe in your vision.
Believe in yourself. Have the tunnel vision. Don't ignore the noises.
Where did this clarity came from?
How do you get the pure gold? It has to go through that intense heat. That's called like life experiences, where you could pay $1 million and try to get mentored by someone, but you don't get that life experiences.
What I felt crazy about your story is like literally 13 buildings in 2024.
Yes.
Before this, you were like, you owned what, 2 rentals?
Yeah, 2 rentals.
Where did that shift started? Like, so how did you learn about multifamilies?
I did a BRRRR at 3 units. It went really well. So I was asking my wife, hey, we were made almost like a good chunk of money tax free, pulled out as from the refi. I don't need to pay tax for it unless like I'm taking as a income. So then I'm trying to reinvest into some other building. So now that just like one deal, I was thinking, hey, can we make this kind of money from one deal? Obviously, I had to go through a lot of challenges with that deal, but still, it's still worth it.
What you just said, for those who don't know what is BRRRR, can you elaborate a little bit on that particular deal? So probably that was your aha moment. Can you like give a little specific numbers? How much did you buy it for? What kind of renovations have you done? How much rent you were getting? And when you refinanced, how much money did you take out?
It's a 3-unit building. We bought for like around 108 or 110K.
110K?
Yeah.
And this is in what, 2023, 2024?
2010. I mean, when I say that, this is an old, dilapidated building, right?
Okay. In which city?
St. John, New Brunswick.
New Brunswick. Okay.
Yeah. So you can imagine if you're getting something like that, what was the condition, right? Because I did something in my single family. I value added, and I did like almost the same BRRRR on those single family. Now I know the strategy, but now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do in 3x because there's a 3-unit that is only like 1 unit.
1 unit.
So to me, like at the end, strategies are the same, but now it's a bit different game. Now, if your audience doesn't know, we'll say other people's money, which is OPM. I mean, I just want to clarify that if you're buying a mortgage, I mean, if you're buying a house, you're actually using bank's money, right?
Yeah.
So we were using some of our own funds, and like with investors fund, we tried to bought that building, did some renovations.
You got money from the bank or from a partner?
No, so we actually we made like a good amount of money that time through like our travel nursing. And plus we were actually making good amount of money, like every month, right? We were actually took like some of the money from our investor as a second position, and then we tried to renovate like that building. So roughly like we spent around 150K, and we got actually appraised that building for 460K.
So you bought it for 110, you spent 150, so you're like 260,000 into the deal.
Yeah.
And you refinanced for 460,000.
Appraised for 460.
Appraised for. So how much the bank gave you?
They paid like 75% loan to value. I think
So which is
337 or something.
so 337, which means you got extra 90,000.
Yeah.
So that's the 90,000 you're talking about, no tax money.
No tax money.
Because it's mortgage.
It's mortgage. And that's the beauty of like real estate, right?
Yeah.
Now I could just
So technically you own this building and you already got paid to own it.
There you go.
So literally like you have this 190,000 given to you to keep that property.
Yeah. Now I have a free cash cow bringing good rents.
How much cash flow was that property making?
1800, 1100, and the other unit is making almost 1200. So almost just like around 4K plus.
So 4K plus income, probably at least $1,000 cash flow.
Yeah, like somewhere around that. Yeah, I mean, I still have to check with my wife.
Yeah, but give or take.
Yeah.
If just for the higher sake.
Yeah.
So literally, you have this building which is passive income, or you can call semi-passive, $1,000 every month.
Yeah.
And you already got returns on your money.
Yeah.
Which is no tax.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to do all these things?
The renovation itself, it took almost 5 to 6 months. But then refi took quite a bit of long.
So probably 1 year of work?
Yeah, 1 year. I would say just over a year. Yeah, we have to go through like, different lenders for that. But yeah, like within a year. And again, I just want people to realize average income of a person in Canada, let's say 75,000.
75,000.
Now, what would be the tax they were paying on it?
Yeah.
Now, this is tax free. Plus, we were making cash flow on that building.
Yeah.
And that's just like one of my 22 something buildings.
So this is before you went crazy on buying. So this was the first BRRRR strategy that you executed really well.
Yes. And now I know, okay, my God. So we can just make money on this. Now, how can I do this many times in a year? Right?
So the bulb on.
Yes.
The greedy comes in.
Yes.
The healthy greedy.
It's just like, I mean, as I said, I think I even like at nursing, right? The one thing as a nurse, I'm very calm, like when things goes crazy around me. Like Jeff Bezos like mentioned, I've been getting paid to make like one decision or something per day, right? So as a real estate investor, you have to make that decision. So your decision matters in real estate because you're playing with money.
And big money.
Big money. And it can be like investors' money. You can't fool around with that.
So out of all this, like, did you had any deal that really went out of your control?
Yeah, I mean, it's not gold and glitters all the time, right? So we had a deal in US. We just bought through Sub 2.
What do you mean by Sub 2?
Sub 2, it's more of seller financing.
Okay.
In Sub 2, it's more as we are taking over their payments. So the title and the deed get transferred into our corp name, right? So we literally taking care of their mortgage. For example, Aditya, you have a property, a single family home, and you can't make payments on it. Now you are in a situation like, where you have some disability or maybe like, you are going through some tough situation. Now you can't make payment because the bank is going to foreclosure your building.
Gotcha.
So I come as an investor and I say, you know what? I could take care of your payments, which is $1,500. And again, you have to check your numbers. So now the beauty of Sub 2 is in US, you can get interest rate for like 2.8%,
Hmm.
3%, because this is like, somewhere around 4% or something. And to me, even when it's coming to seller financing or sub two deals, we had a good amount of equity in this deal. They tried to sell it for like 210K. They didn't get it, so the market value is around 200K, and the property's loan is around like 165K or something. So to me, when I try to buy building, I need to make sure that there should be like equity on the buy.
Okay.
And that's one cushion. And the second one, value add. You need to make sure that it has like, at least 20 to 25% or more value add in the building. So even if you get like one hit, your equity in the deal can save you. And now the value add, right? So you need to make sure that it should have that value add. So now when I got this opportunity, like we had this too. But the problem was, it's a bit complex with the insurance and all. We had a pipe burst in that building, and we had to re-renovate the whole building. But now with this building, we were planning to hold it for long term, because when it's coming to this seller financing, you have to. My goal is actually to get a cash flow, because I was sure I was getting like I can get almost $2,000 per month for that building, and the payment was around like only 1350. So I could make that cash flow, and I had a partner on that deal, right? The partner comes with the down payment. So with this deal, like we have to pay like say like maybe 30K or 25K USD to the, we have to pay to the agent and also the seller. So that's how the deal wrapped
So
up.
you're taking the loan from the seller,
Payments.
or you're taking the seller's payments.
Payment, yeah.
So which means whoever the lender that is currently on the property.
Yeah. For example, that's a escrow payment. So we are actually making the payment to escrow. Right? The lender doesn't, I mean, in US it's up to,
It's
is
a
more
little
common.
different.
So the beauty is I don't have to go through a credit check. I don't have to go
So you don't have to put on your name.
No, my
So you
corporation.
can transfer the property to your name and just agree to pay the payments.
That's the thing.
So the lender is not gonna say, okay, you're not on the title anymore.
Yeah, no. And that's the thing. So
interesting.
now, how we structure the deal is I usually approach the seller and say like, hey, if you're not, because they know that they're already defaulted like, 2 or 3 payments. Now we'll say that we'll take care of the payments. Now what you have to do is actually, maybe I'll just pay them like a 10K or like 15K to take care of that. And now the beauty of for that seller, we will be making the payments. Now their credit is going to be up.
Because now they stop.
Because we are making the payment consistently, right? For them, they are in a position like, where to get foreclosure. Now they don't care about sometimes the equity. Sometimes in deal like, we don't have any equity. But the biggest thing is, in some market in Ohio, I'm in Cleveland market. We can actually go into some deals. Like we bought a 6-unit building with seller financing terms. We were making almost like $2,000 something to the seller,
the monthly payment,
and that is a 6-unit. In that 6-unit, we could just like get almost $1,000 per unit. We structured that deal up to 8 years. So that's one strategy with the seller financing, and that's regular seller financing. But this is sub 2. This is a bit different because with sub 2, the title and deed get transferred into our name. With seller financing, the title won't get transferred, just the deed. Coming back to that, we couldn't rent it for about a year.
Okay.
So to me, that was a bit challenging because we still have to make the payments. Again, when you're in out of province, you have to deal with some frogs, property managers, contractors. They will play. I mean, if you find that angel property manager, your life, 50% of your headache is done.
How do you find them?
They're hard to find. And I follow a strategy called hire and fire fast. You don't want to hold on to those people long enough, because the more you long enough, they're going to bleed.
So whenever you see any red flags,
I usually test the water. Like I'll try maybe 2 or 3 months. I don't want them to be like perfect. at least they're taking care of general things. If they're not, that's it. I don't want to keep you and lose money on my side. So
Yeah.
now find another one.
Before we started recording, you were telling something on the how did you get to access to this knowledge and all.
I've been to some programs in Canada. What I was doing before is I was almost 24 into 7 into podcast, bigger podcast.
Yeah, bigger pockets.
So maybe shower when I'm in toilet. It was, that was soothing to my ears because I learned, there are hours of content. I was there, like even when I'm sleeping, I was actually putting the headset and like learning.
Yeah.
So now I know how BRRRR works, and I'm hearing stories like you, Aditya, right?
Yeah.
You're podcasting me right now. So just like that, I'm hearing mistakes from other people, so that how can I avoid all those mistakes in my deal? So to me, I put that hours in there, but it helped me a lot.
So podcast is one thing.
And now again the programs, coming back to that, they just give you like about I just learned about the strategies, like how can you structure that, underwrite the deal, right?
So you're part of a group.
Yes, I'm part of a group.
What's it called?
It's called Action Family.
Action Family.
Yeah.
Mel and Dev.
Yeah, Mel and Dave. They're sweet. Yeah.
Before you started buying buildings, you joined them.
I joined some other programs too, but
So you invested in your money, literally, like you invested money to get educated.
you have to invest in yourself, right? You have to go out there and fish it out yourself, but figuring it out, it's gonna take a lot of time. Plus, you should have that consistency. It's really hard to have that consistency and discipline. If you're starting it out, I'm sure like 2 or 3 or 5 hits, you can't bear anymore. You will give up. You will give up. And that's how, it's not you. That's how the brain operates, right?
Because it's a new territory.
Oh my God. Yeah, don't even start there. We need another podcast for that. So you just need to know the basics. So I was a guy who partied with my friends. I love my evenings. But now this was a solo journey for me. Me, podcasts, YouTube. I was actually out from my I was hiding from my circle. And for 6 to 1 year, I was actually transforming myself. And now I still have that friends, but the more you grow, the lesser the friends you get.
The distance happens.
Yeah. Friendship is something you have to invest a lot of time. If you want something, you need to invest a lot of time. Same like your partner. Don't treat your partner like a product. If you can't spend time with her, you're not getting that back, right? So same like friendship. You need that time. Like you need to spend time with them, right? And again, I have some friends, I just only call them like maybe once in a year, but they're good for that. But if you, again, I'm thinking about close friends. I have a lot of friends, but again, I don't have that close friend. My close friend is my wife, because I share with everything with her, and she knows me well, and I know her well, right? So now when you level up in life, and to me, my life is just around with my family, and I'm happy there. I'm content there. I find peace there.
So along with your partner, you joined the group Action.
Yeah.
Since you joined, what was the lessons you learned there? Because buying 1, 2, 3 properties is a simple thing.
Yeah.
But buying like 13 buildings in 1 year,
Yeah.
definitely something would have happened in there, or something you learned that other people don't know.
Yeah, to me that was more, when I say programs, real estate was one of the program. I was into some personal development programs. So as I said, you have to invest in yourself too. People
How
always...
much do you think you would have invested in this program?
Oh my God, almost 75K.
75K.
Yeah, I was a part of different groups. But yes, as an average immigrant,
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. But I started with something small. When I just made the money, I invested into like, some other right programs, right mentor who has that experience. Now, I didn't invest into like, anyone else, like, who says they're a mentor and they didn't have it, right? So now where I am right now with the 75K
100x
return on, that's the thing. More than that,
more than that.
right? And where I'll be, right? I don't tell people actually, hey, go pull your line of credit and invest to someone else. No, you have to put your work. There is no shortcut, guys.
So-
I can tell you like, the blueprint, but you don't want to be me. I mean, two ways to scale in real estate. One, you have to go through all those challenges, but chances to get through that hole is like 1% sometime. Or joint venture with someone else, partner up with someone else, because they know that where to go. Like now, sometimes it's going to take like 10 years, but this person know, like, because I know this person know, like, okay, this way, you don't have to go this way, just go straight in here.
So
And
that's what these courses have done to you. Technically, you joint ventured with them indirectly.
Yeah, I mean, again, like there are different courses. I mean, at the end, you have to put your work, right?
So learn and take actions.
You have to, I mean, same like Elon Musk and says, right? You have to execute it.
How many people who joined that course, like along with you, how many of them bought this 13 buildings or even 2-3 buildings comparative to you?
I think I'll be the top 1%.
1%.
The group has almost 2,200 members.
What do you think, like, the people who goes into any learning versus the ones who execute?
You have to have that spark. If you don't have that hunger, it's so hard to chase it. And now, if I don't go through that personal development programs, I would be the same as like others, because I was still stuck there. And again, just to come back on my personal journey, I was from a Christian background, and I've been to atheism, almost into the verge of atheism. I was like, when I'm hearing about this manifestation, law of attraction, or like, this woo-woo thing, right? I was like a science guy, from I was a nurse, right?
Nurse.
But the more I just learned about personal development, this NLP,
What is NLP?
it's a neuro-linguistic program.
Okay.
It's psychology, like, it's your, our life is operated on like, patterns, right? Now emotions are habits. Maybe your wife, Aditya, she calls you in a tone, Aditya, you may like, hey, don't call me that, because why? Your mom is used to call that because you get scared. That's a pattern. So we live on a pattern. So, I mean, we all have traumas. So that's the reason, like, it just blocks abundance. Again, that's a different...
No, it makes sense because, I can see a lot of people because of those traumas, or, whatever the experiences they experienced in life.
We all have, I would say, money blocks. I had to forcefully get into my subconscious to remove that blocks.
Can you share any techniques?
Sure. And if you don't mind, Aditya, let me ask you this. When I talk about like money, what comes in your mind?
Money gives freedom.
When you ask about an average person, oh my God, paycheck. Right? Oh my, mortgages.
Yeah. So because I went through my journey, but now, yes.
So this is like your breath gets heavy.
Yeah, I remember. I now I see what you mean. When I was working full time, when someone says money, I have to pay my mortgage.
Yeah.
And more than mortgage, I had a debts, 200,000 debts. Like I have to pay it.
There you go. Yeah. So now that's a money block. So now that I just mentioned to you about that opportunity, somehow like, it has to come down here, and now I didn't have like no other choice, and I have to take off that money block. Now, you could get rich and you could go down. This is where the breath work, meditation. Meditation played a huge role in my life. There is something, we are not actually just this body, and I believe we are souls having a human experience. It's not just our color. It's not just like, who we are, like named with nations. We are one. We are from that one consciousness. And when you meditate, You just go into that, connect with the super conscious. You get ideas. So when you say, how the heck you close 13 deals, not even a single deal, I didn't chase it. It just comes to me. I know it's hard to believe.
So what kind of things you did for them to chase you?
It's all about meditation, right? The second thing is all about, you could say, affirmations. Tongue, like what we speak. Before, like, we'll say like manifestation. When people say manifestation, they have like, a stigma around manifestation. Thoughts become reality. Simple as that. So when I say that, now let me just give you this. So can you just imagine chicken biryani? Just like, they just throw some crispy onions on it, and they like, they put some, like,
Already came
right?
the picture in my mind.
There
already.
you go. Now what's happened? Thoughts. Where was the biryani before? It was not even existed. Now it just came to your mind. And now the body produces, like, the hunger
I got
hormones.
saliva in my mouth.
There you go. You already got it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now you want to eat it. Thoughts become reality.
So what kind of thoughts you put in to your head to attract?
Exactly. Who you are right now. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. Not I will be.
I am a
I
millionaire.
am. I am is everything. I am this. I am this. I am this. I mean, 2 years before, I was not that person. 2 years before, and even if you just go through my social media, on podcast, I'll say that when I had nothing, when I had, like, less than 10 doors, I just told them, hey, next year I will own 50 doors. Next year I got into 55 doors. Last year when they podcasted me, they said, I will own 100 doors. This year, like, I just passed that. So again, thoughts become reality. Now, how to do it? Now, manifestation is not something, you just think something and, you just sit here, everything comes into you. No, that's not how it is. You have to put action into that. Now, people always confused with the term how. How it's going to happen. How it's not your thing. That's the universal force. Just leave it up to, like, that higher self. You do your karma, you do your thing, you do your action consistently.
So what are some of the actions that you did consistently in this 2024 especially?
Yeah. So
That-
affirmation, when it's coming to the affirmation, so I mean, I do self-talk a lot. First of all, just simple as that, set a goal first. So now
100 doors is the goal.
no, so now again, people get scared with this bigger goal, right? I would always say, like, start something small. So now start with a 5 unit. I mean, if you don't own anything, a 5 unit is a lot for them.
Yeah.
Right? But it's achievable.
Yeah.
Subconscious mind doesn't know the reality. It doesn't have any filter. So the more you see it, it's become your normal. Like money, I said, because your money blocks are, oh, don't do that, don't do this. You have to work hard for the money. So now I don't find opportunity. Have you heard about that red car theory?
Yeah.
Same like that.
Yeah.
Same like that.
So when you're always constantly reminding yourself of what you want,
Always.
so without knowingly, maybe you're scrolling through the social media, you find the deal.
That's where you find the opportunity. Right?
Because you're thinking about that.
No, I'm finding so now anatomically, brain has something called reticular activating system. So what it does is actually it just filters through things. If I ask you, can you, like, look there and try to find black color there? How many black colors there?
3.
3. Now look at here. Did you find the green book there?
Yeah. Not when I was looking at black.
Why?
Because I was looking for black.
There you go.
So I didn't know that.
Reticular activating system.
So you gotta consciously put that.
Always. I am that. Idea, you, me. That's what. Anybody can achieve anything. Again, you're a set of patterns, habits. Say, diamond. You're a glowing diamond. The problem is your traumas, beliefs, all those challenges, your parents, environment. you are actually glowing. Just remove that part slowly. But again, there is something called like neuroplasticity.
What does it mean?
The brain can rewrite things, same like computer, right? You need to feed something. All those beliefs being carved from our childhood. Now you're trying to tell me that, okay, take that out like, in 5 minutes. No, that's not going to happen. It's going to take time. But if you give like consistently like 25 to 30 days, you'll see some changes. Some changes. Take that into like, 60 to 90 days. You can change the habit. So now cigarette smoking, it's a habit. It's a pattern. What in NLP they are doing actually pattern interruption. They're going to break the pattern. Chai. Oh my God. When I started, I want chai like twice. When I get up in the evening, or else I'll get headache.
Yeah, that's addiction.
That's an addiction.
Yeah.
I can't live without it. Even for the phone. Like, I mean, everybody's addicted to phone.
Yeah.
Now your brain will tell like all the reasons. Oh, my business is operated on that, this, that, all those reasons.
Yeah.
So think about like, that chai. I'm just telling for example. So I want to try, hey, I want to cut this morning tea off. No, my brain. No.
Fights with you.
Fights with you really bad because, that's become a pattern. Now, if the brain doesn't get it, brain acts like a child. Brings you headache. Bring it, bring it, bring it. That's where you have to fight. That's the inner battle between you and the version 2. This is where people gives up. Psychology can apply in real estate too. Negotiations.
Give me some examples.
Understanding the patterns of, like the pain points of seller. Once I understand the pain points, I usually go with different options. Right? Now, one is a cash offer sometimes. That would be way low. One would be a seller financing option. Maybe I'll structure like, 2 seller financing option. Then I'll give like a standard option. All those 4 options are mine. Now, but I'm giving the choice to pick those.
Technically, the ones...
All 4 are mine. I know that 4, they're not going to accept it.
Yeah.
Because I know the pain points, they are in a situation. Now, 3 is mine. This is what I want. 2, this is what I want. 1, I really don't want to do it. But again, I'm getting a lot of equity. So psychology.
So you apply that in your day-to-day transactions.
In nursing, I mean, when you talk with people, right? It's called like, hypnotherapy, NLPs, like basic things.
Where did you learn the NLP? Like
No. I mean, when I say like, I'm not an NLP therapist or something, but this is just like basic things. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know like what is like, helpful for you, right? I'm a lifelong student. So I learn like, different things. I really love it. Like, how your brain works, your body works, and how to connect it to the right frequency. I mean, as I said, money is a frequency. Money is a frequency. So
elaborate.
Many people are operated with a 75,000 frequency.
What does it mean?
When I worked as a nurse, I was into like that $7,000 or $6,000 frequency. Anything more than that, I don't want it actually. I'm not worthy.
So you did not believe strongly.
That's the thing. So now the more you take out those beliefs, now you become worthy of that frequency, money frequency. Now, what I'm believing, to me, like money is just flowing to me. I don't want to touch it. I'm just providing the value. Whatever I have right now, it's just a byproduct of who I am right now.
Whom you became.
Whom I became.
You got to be consciously, whatever you believe, if you believe like you're a millionaire.
You are.
You are a millionaire.
I am. I'm walk like that.
Yeah. So if you do not believe in it, then you would not attract $1 billion deals.
No.
If you believe you're a $10 million worth.
Believe.
But once you believe, then you start seeing those opportunities.
That's the science I'm talking about. You have to connect like, that. I mean, it's a bit complicated.
That's a deep subject. Because, I strongly believe in what all you said because I went through this kind of similar journey.
Yeah. I was going through the same state too.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, what is that guy like, talking about this?
Yeah.
He's talking about something because that was my ignorance.
Yeah.
My ego was actually, your ego is actually holding you for not getting what you want.
Yeah.
The more you just think about, like, these big rich guys, they don't have ego. They have ego. They don't have super ego. I mean, you need ego.
Yeah.
But again, the more you just get into those life experiences, like, your ego comes down.
That reminded me when you're talking about, you become what you believe in. People always ask me, like, maybe you had good amount of savings, that's why you quit your job. For me, I quit my job when I had 200,000 debt. And at that time, I was not scared or anything, because I just believed, okay, I can do sales. I can, invest in X amount of properties. I know I'm going to make money. But before I never quit.
Yeah.
Before I didn't even had the debts.
Yeah.
But before, it should have been easier. Now, after all these discussions, go back and think why I quit at that point versus why I could not before. Before, I never believed in me.
You just spotted out. So now you just get up in the morning and say, you're starting out like, oh my God, how I'm going to pay the debt. You started worrying about it. Law of attraction.
Yeah.
What do you project there? You're going to receive the same thing. And that's what I was doing. When you get up, I don't want to go to this job. I don't want to do this. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that. Now, what universe is hearing actually in frequencies, you just have to be careful, like, with your words too, right? Now, what you're actually, you want money. Okay, now I won't give you money in this form, but what is your skill? I'll just give you an example. Now, I was manifesting like $1 million one time. And I was like, I just want to try, like, I don't know how audience is going to take this,
Yeah.
but I'm a manifester. So I was actually trying, actually, hey, I want to manifest this $1 million. So now I was manifesting. And inside my mind, it says, like, how I'm going to get like $1 million, right? I got a deal. That was a 17 unit. It just came to me, and I had an investor came, like, with the first position. I bought that building with zero money down. That person become, like, my partner on the other deal. When I combined it, it's almost like $1.2 million worth of deal.
Equity.
I didn't put like even a single dime.
And it's worth like
$1.2 million. So to me, it's just like, yes, I didn't get the money, but what I asked for, I need a $1 million. So where did that investor come from? I don't know. And he believed in me. He partnered up, like, on another deal. When you ask for butter chicken, universe won't give you butter chicken. It will give you the recipes. I gave you the skill. I gave you the free will. Go there and make it.
It's up to you what you want to ask first.
That's the thing.
And if you ask strong enough, and if you follow the signs that you're getting it.
That's the thing. And one more thing I want to add, idea. Now, what's your intention behind it? How it's going to affect other people? Why universe is giving to you or to me? You should be worthy of that. So if universe is giving to you or God is giving to you, you should give like to 10 other people. Become that person. That's what I said, like, before. Now, when people see this, people, they're going to ask, there is a rich guy. He always like mafia or what is that? Cartels. They have a lot of money. So their money frequency is high, right?
Yeah.
But now there is something called like karma. You're making money, but you don't find peace. So our soul evolves. Earth is just a school. Have you read After Deaths? If you get a chance, just go through in YouTube. There are a lot. I mean, the reason I'm just saying, I've seen it. I was a palliative nurse. People died like in my hands, right? The doctor predicts that they're gonna pass like in 24 hours. But the soul won't leave the body until that person comes from US. That's a grandkid. They come here and they touch there, and the soul leaves the body. I've seen many times that.
That's hard. That's hard. Let's end with these two things. One, if you're a new immigrant and you have this goal of making $1 million, I want you to give the 90 days plan. I have this $1 million goal.
Yeah.
Might happen in 3 years or 5 years.
Yeah.
But what should I do next 90 days?
With the real estate, if you want, I could just tell you something. Try to connect at least 2 to 3 people every single day
who are investing.
It can be mortgage brokers, it can be realtors, it can be property managers, right? It can be insurance brokers. So it can be like you and me, right? Trying to connect with at least 3 people for the next 30 days.
Okay.
Trying to find maybe 6 or 7 markets and study about that.
So 6 or 7 cities.
Cities, provinces,
Provinces.
and then by the end of 30 days, narrow it down to like maybe 2. Get some multifamily deals and at least underwrite 1 deal per day.
Underwriting is like
Analyzing the deals.
Yeah, so
right?
Easy terms. So
Yeah,
basically,
sorry.
what's the numbers? What's
Yeah,
the
what are the expenses, like how much it's making, right? So now you're connecting with 3 people for 30 days. You're actually connecting like almost 90 people, 60 to 90 people. Now, if you're spending at least half an hour with one person, they're gonna throw some gold nuggets. You will be a pro by end of
90
that
days.
90 days. Now, this is where that opportunity kicks in. You may find that one person who invests with you or to partner up with you. One more thing, expect that no every time. But if you're successful, right after the 9th no, how soon you want to knock the door?
So as soon as you get a no, it's okay. Just
It's
go
okay
knock
because
another
you know
door.
that by 9th door I'll get a yes.
Hmm.
So try knocking the door. Try to connect with people. Somewhere in that 90 people or 60 people, you will find that one person. So you really don't need 90 days. But now that's a 30 days plan with the real estate. Now execution. Now you have the knowledge. Now at the same time, listen to that podcast, right? So now don't give excuses like, hey, I'm working 8 hours. I have kids. Again, your subconscious mind will tell you all the possible reason to make you comfortable, because it stops the opportunity, right? So now cut that off. If someone's tell me I don't have time, create the time. Cut off your sleep.
Yeah, if you really
If you
badly
want
need it. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to regret for the next 10 or 15 years, yes, you can sleep for an extra hour. My mantra is focus, consistency, repeat.
Continuous.
That should be a goal. Goal is equal to focus, consistency, and repetition.
I love the plan. So I also have a question from the last guest. So
Okay.
first I'll ask you the question, then you can ask your question for the next guest.
Sure.
Someone in Canada who is working 9 to 5 wants to make his first million in 3 years. What should I do?
One simple but really hard: change your mindset. Quote unquote, change your environment. If you hang out with 5 losers, you'll be the 6th one. If you hang out with 5 winners, you'll be the 6th one. Simple as that, guys.
I completely believe that.
Yeah.
If you
when
hang
I
out,
evolved as that person, I lost a lot of friends.
yeah,
That's a process. But now I gained a lot of friends. Now a lot of people loves me. You're changing the environment, and now be uncomfortable. Don't sit with your comfort, because you're gonna die there. You're actually killing yourself, your soul. You're actually suiciding your soul.
Love it, man. That's so good. So what's your question for the next guest?
What was one mindset change happened to become the millionaire?
Brother, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aditya. It's been great. Again, honored to be on your show. I would tell the audience, just take what you want. Awesome. Thanks, Aditya. Thank you.